I was listening to music just right now and was sitting by the window open and was starting to question if there was nobody else in this world, would I still do some of the actions that I do now? I asked myself that question. If there was no one else in this world, would I still do some of the things I do now? As when I was sitting by the window, in the back of my head, I was thinking that people were watching from another window. And it just made me do things such as stand in a certain way, put my arm on the window, have my shirt off to try and make myself look good for the people that I think are watching. But most of the time, nobody's watching. So that's when I thought to myself, if there was no one else in this world, would I still do those things? And I'm thinking that if I get that thought out of my head, the one that people are always watching, so I should always try and, I guess, look good, and not saying I should ever look bad or anything, but it's just that it's almost doing extra because somebody's there. Like, if you had a crush and she's watching you, or he, if there's a girl watching. But if you have a crush and she's watching you do something, like, you do extra. But I feel like I do that a lot of the time. Not for a crush, but just people watching me in general. So then I was thinking, if I get that thought out of my head and stop thinking it subconsciously and consciously, then, like I thought yesterday with the conversation with Joe, then I will have the possibility to live my life more genuinely, as I'm not doing things for others or for the thought that I'm trying to impress others. It's not that hard to explain, but I know that I'm not explaining it well. This reminds me of my first day of 11th grade, junior year, when my teacher, Mr. Brendan Sullivan, asked us a debate in class. He said, in life, do you really have to do anything, or can you just be? And I chose the side to just be, but my explanation, as it kind of is right now, is pretty confusing. But the thought in my head is clear. It's just, how can I say that to other people, or to the camera, but I'm talking to you right now. How can I say it to other people, yourself, in an easier way to comprehend what I'm thinking? But that's it for right now. So basically the thought of this is just, if there was nobody else in the world, would I still do some of the actions I do? And then if I wouldn't, then maybe I need to rethink the things I'm doing. And this doesn't really correlate to everybody because it's the way I think. Because I'm thinking that, or what I do is that I am trying to impress others with my actions. Which also brings me to a podcast I watched on Hamza Ahmed, where I forget the podcaster's name, but he's another well-known guy, and he asked Hamza, if money was out of the equation, what would you do that would truthfully make you happy? And he told him to just think about it and told Hamza to ask himself that in a quiet area and just think on it. And that's basically the same thing here, that if there was no one else in the world, would I still do some of the actions I do? like trying to impress others and that stuff.